Howdy everyone, Pocho here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're doing the hero spotlight for Jeanne, the healer of the Knights of the Council, and I think this is the 6th knight to come out, from what I can... Doesn't matter. Okay, so we'll jump into the character, we'll go over stats, abilities, look at animations in the arena, and talk about how you can potentially use her, and I am going to nitpick at something instantly. Actually, no, before I nitpick, let's talk about one thing that they've done correct with this hero, and she's not wearing heels. Well done. Well done to Playcott. Not wearing heels, doesn't need to wear heels. She's a warrior. Boots are perfectly fine. So we'll jump into the stats, and the first thing I want to talk about is the HP, 3.7 million. Not a fan. Not a fan. When I look at this character, I am thinking Joan of Arc, a knight, a holy knight, okay? She's a sister of battle. I feel like she should have some level of tankiness to her. Next in we come speed, 212, quite low. Armor, 78k. Magic damage resistance, 76k. Basic damage, 561k. Actually quite high for a healer. Basic crit chance is 25%. And critical damage is 769. The stats more in depth. You can pause it wherever you want. Feel free to do so. The information is there for you to use how you see fit. But yeah, when I see this character, I'm thinking Joan of Arc, like a warrior knight. And I'll go over some stuff with her abilities that I think could have been changed as well. But that's the sense I get: a sister of battle, holy fire, so forth. So we'll jump into the arena, go over her abilities. I've said a few negative things, but she's actually a really good hero. A really good hero. But we'll jump in, look at her abilities, and yeah, animations, because animations are always pretty cool. So jumping into battle, we have Jeanne's basic attack called Bastard Strike. A very interesting name for an ability. It triggers the healer damage to class mark, deals damage to one target. For each spark of light, Jeanne restores 10% of HP to the light ally with the lowest HP percentage. Restores an additional 20% HP for each knight of the council in the squad. So it's actually a very powerful heal. Removes one spark of light from Jeanne. So yeah, this is almost going to, it is going to top Siegfried off. So this is a massive heal. It's actually probably one of the strongest heals in the game. So we're going to go ahead and attack the Arcane with the basic ability, and Siegfried is going to 2.6 million heal. That's a basic attack with a 2.6 million heal. It's a very solid. The animation's nothing special, just jumps across the field and slashes that bastard, and heals for a tremendous amount. 2.6 million. Obviously, that's a full Knights team, and you've got the 10% HP to begin with. So, I mean, it's either healing 110% HP or 90% HP if it includes herself. For each, Jeanne restores an additional 20% HP for each Knight of the Council on the squad. I'm just going to assume it's herself. So, yeah. So it's a full heal. So very powerful, especially for a basic ability. Moving on to Jeanne's first special, we have Blessed Blade. Triggers the healer damage at class mark, or healer class mark, not damage them. Removes debuffs from all allies. So just says removes debuffs. I'm assuming that means all debuffs. Pretty powerful. Heals each allied knight of the council for 30%. So heals each allied knight of the council for 30% of max HP plus 5% for every debuff removed from this knight. Other light allies get half as much HP healed. So they'd get 17.5% or 15% plus 2.5 for every debuff removed. Deals damage to one target. If the target is a dark character, Jeanne ignores 20% of armor for each spark of light. Removes 2 sparks of light from Jeanne. So we've got the Scorching Terror debuff on our friend Siegfried here. We're going to go ahead and use the heal. Should heal him up. Get rid of the debuff. Beautiful. So that's a very good counter to Arcane if she gets the Scorching Terror out. That's on every character as well. Jeanne will be able to clear that right up. So the only problem I have with this ability is the damage. So Jeanne has been designed in a way that she does damage that can scale with dark heroes, and I think Sparks of Light as well. Her sparks increase the damage when we get to her passive. I really wish this was more of like an AoE fire ability, like a Holy Light ability, just smashing the enemy. It wouldn't need to do a huge amount of damage, but would be cool that, you know, the damage done, especially to dark heroes, then it healed the ally. I just feel like they tried to put a bit of damage into her, but I feel like they went down the wrong path with it. Like I said, I'm thinking Joan of Arc here. I'm thinking fire. I'm thinking holy fire. I just want to see something come out of her that's more than just hitting them with a blade. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty decent ability, especially if it's got the ability to remove all debuffs. There are lots of teams in the game at the moment that are thriving off their debuffs. So yeah, good. Love it. Moving on to Jeanne's second special, we have Outside Intervention. Revives a random light ally with 50% of max HP. Each spark of light adds a 15% chance to revive another random light ally with a 30% chance or 30% of max HP. Damage taken by a revived character will be capped at 10% of their max HP for the next 3 enemy attacks or other types of damage. If the revived character is a defender, they also receive provocation for 2 turns. If all light allies are alive and there is no one to revive, this heals all allies by 30% of their max HP. Removes 3 sparks of light from Jeanne. So it's either a powerful resurrection ability or a powerful healing ability. So we've killed the Siegfried. We're going to go ahead and use the ability. Look at the animations as well. So she swings her little lantern. That's pretty cool. And up comes Siegfried with his provocation, ready to start tanking again. So yeah, 50% max HP off a res as well is pretty decent. And then you've got the 15% chance. I had 6 sparks of light there, so what's that? 36. That's a 90% chance. 15, 30. Yeah, 36. Yeah, 90% chance to revive another character. So with how quickly characters can be taken out as well. So the only issue with this being that if Siegfried is taken out, Jeanne is most likely going to be the next target. So she can't resurrect herself, unfortunately. But again, if you play the Joan of Arc card, Joan of Arc, she dies and comes back to life. That's why she's branded a witch. My Joan of Arc knowledge is obviously quite high. So it'd be cool if she had some type of self-resurrect. That would be awesome if they could play that into her somehow. If she had X amount of sparks of life, bring herself back to life, that'd be pretty cool. Other than that, I mean, her abilities are pretty neat. They are fairly powerful healing abilities. I think they are some of the strongest healing abilities in the game, to be honest. So we'll move on to her passive now. Check that bad boy out. And yeah, talk about the character in general. So Jeanne's passive has a lot to it. Jeanne starts the battle with 3 sparks of light. Jeanne receives 1 spark of light for each buff lost by a light ally in any manner. Each spark of light increases Jeanne's damage to dark characters by 15%. When the number of sparks on Jeanne exceeds 8, the value drops to 0. She loses all debuffs. Her initiative is restored to 100%, and she receives the Holy Image buff for 3 turns. The effect cannot be removed or blocked before it ends. Jeanne doesn't stack sparks of light, sparks while under the Holy Image. At the start of her turn, heals all light allies for 12% of their max HP. Jeanne's damage to dark characters increases by 15%. If an enemy is revived, Jeanne immediately revives a random light ally with 30% max HP. So she is a resurrecting monster. You want the enemy to resurrect. You go, Belladonna. You resurrect an enemy. I dare you. Your ally. Go for it. Jeanne's going to resurrect someone right back up with them. Who else on the enemy? I mean, there's Zart. I mean, not huge. I guess in Cradle of Chaos, if you're ever going up against a Zart, it would be a good way to stall and get your characters back up. Again, the whole issue being when Siegfried is dead, they're most likely going to go for Jeanne. That's why I wanted her to have a bit more HP, make her a bit more tanky so she can take that onslaught, so she's just not going to be eliminated in seconds, because that's what would happen. Once Siegfried's out of the picture, bang, we've got some of the biggest damage dealers we've ever seen in the game at the moment. It's going to get worse as well. Characters are going to keep coming out. Characters that are going to be higher damage dealers. So Jeanne is just going to be in a state of constant threat. So if they made her a bit more tanky, yeah, I think that might have been a way to go. Other than that, yeah, she's a solid hero. We can play this battle out. We'll see what's going to happen here. We're going to hopefully get the... Alright, we've got the mirror up, so that's pretty good. We're going to go ahead and I want to... we'll stun the healer. Oh, good. Dodged. Dodged, that's what we want to see. We'll boost this up to a 4 times. The Siegfried is most likely going to die here. Nope, he's in. Alright, so we are going to use this as a heal. That's right. Do we want to use this first? I don't know. Revise a random light ally. No, I'm just going to use this and heal. Actually, I probably should have just used her basic there. That probably would have been the better option, just to use her basic. Okay, so we are going to get some AoE out here. Remember, we are combating the Irizit stacks there. So yeah, if I use my basic here... Yeah, oh my god, the basic. If you've got one character, Siegfried, I can just save those other abilities. Like, Siegfried is... Yeah, I don't need to use my abilities, do I? Her basic attack is just almost a... Okay, so now we are looking at... Sorry, I shouldn't have used that ability. Oh, you can tell I've used the Knights a lot. Okay, so now we can resurrect, and it'll give Siegfried the provocation. Go ahead and attack Arcane. We should actually be getting rid of the Irizit, to be honest. Okay, let's get rid of Irizit so he doesn't apply the... So do we want to use this now? Removes debuffs. Yeah, so we got some debuffs. Let's remove the debuffs, get some healing. Alright, we'll mirror. Okay, so Jeanne is in a bit of trouble here. I do not think we can save her. Yeah, she dies. Yeah, there was a... yeah, I used my abilities poorly at the beginning there. Other than that, I think the team are pretty solid. So we're going to go back into hiding. The issue now is that we're getting to a point where the Irizit got double stacks out. So I'm going to get my taunt out. So what we do need is Vulcan to come around with her eliminate. And yeah. Arcane's back up. That's fine. Arcane's going to die in 2 turns. That's fine. Siegfried out of the picture. Let's get rid of Chrome. Surely we eliminate you. Stun you guys. Once Chrome's out, we win. Because Arcane will die. She's got the mark on her. At a time. What? Ah, me talking about the stupid passive. We won that. That was a win for us. But there you go. There's the hero. She's pretty cool. Yeah, I like her. I really like her. Just a little bit slow on the speed there. I guess not that it's not so horrible, especially because it gives time for the enemy to apply their debuffs. So you can come around and remove them and set your team up. Other than that, yeah, I think she's actually a really well-designed hero. I just have a few issues because I have an issue with everything. But yeah, there is Jeanne, the healer for the Knights of the Council. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer it to the best of my ability. And wherever you're on the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.